It is one of the severest tests of friendship to tell your friend his faults. So to love a man that you cannot bear to see a stain upon him, and to speak painful truth through loving words, that is friendship. The soul without imagination is what an observatory would be without a telescope. He is greatest whose strength carries up the most hearts by the attraction of his own. Love is the river of life in the world. What a mother sings to the cradle goes all the way down to the coffin. The dog is the god of frolic. Children are the hands by which we take hold of heaven. Pride slays thanksgiving, but a humble mind is the soil out of which thanks naturally grow. A proud man is seldom a grateful man, for he never thinks he gets as much as he deserves. Tears are often the telescope by which men see far into heaven. Clothes and manners do not make the man, but when he is made, they greatly improve his appearance. It is the heart that makes a man rich. He is rich according to what he is, not according to what he has. We are always on the anvil. By trials, God is shaping us for higher things. The unthankful heart discovers no mercies, but let the thankful heart sweep through the day, and as the magnet finds the iron, so it will find in every hour some heavenly blessings. Books are not made for furniture, but there is nothing else that so beautifully furnishes a house. We sleep, but the loom of life never stops, and the pattern which was weaving when the sun went down is weaving when it comes up in the morning. The philosophy of one century is the common sense of the next. The difference between perseverance and obstinacy is that one comes from a strong will, and the other from a strong won't. He is rich or poor according to what he is, not according to what he has. Never forget what a person says to you when they are angry. The real man is one who always finds excuses for others, but never excuses himself. In this world, it is not what we take up, but what we give up that makes us rich. I never knew how to worship until I knew how to love. Where is human nature so weak as in the bookstore? Selfishness is that detestable vice which no one will forgive in others, and no one is without himself. It's not the work which kills people, it's the worry. It's not the revolution that destroys machinery, it's the friction. When a nation's young men are conservative, its funeral bell is already rung. God pardons like a mother who kisses the offense into everlasting forgiveness. The head learns new things, but the heart forever practices old experiences. The church is not a gallery for the exhibition of eminent Christians, but a school for the education of imperfect ones. A man that does not know how to be angry does not know how to be good. Compassion will cure more sins than condemnation. The worst thing in this world, next to anarchy, is government. To become an able and successful man in any profession, 3 things are necessary: nature, study, and practice. It is not the going out of port, but the coming in, that determines the success of a voyage. I don't like these cold, precise, perfect people who, in order not to speak wrong, never speak at all, and in order not to do wrong, never do anything. It is not well for a man to pray cream and live skim milk. Faith is spiritualized imagination. The world's battlefields have been in the heart chiefly. More heroism has been displayed in the household and the closet than on the most memorable battlefields in history. Heaven will be inherited by every man who has heaven in his soul. The humblest individual exerts some influence, either for good or evil, upon others. Love cannot endure indifference. It needs to be wanted. Like a lamp, it needs to be fed out of the oil of another's heart, or its flame burns low. Every young man would do well to remember that all successful business stands on the foundation of morality. What we call wisdom is the result of all the wisdom of past ages. Our best institutions are like young trees growing upon the roots of the old trunks that have crumbled away. A man's true state of power and riches is to be in himself. It is not what we take up, but what we give up, that makes us rich. God appoints our graces to be nurses to other men's weaknesses. A book is good company. It is full of conversation without loquacity. It comes to your longing with full instruction, but pursues you never. The advertisements in a newspaper are more full knowledge in respect to what is going on in a state or community than the editorial columns are. Gambling with cards or dice or stocks is all one thing. It's getting money without giving an equivalent for it. All men are tempted. There is no man that lives that can't be broken down, provided it is the right temptation, put in the right spot. You and I do not see things as they are. We see things as we are. The dog was created specially for children. He is a god of frolic. The real democratic American idea is not that every man shall be on a level with every other man, but that every man shall have liberty to be what God made him, without hindrance. The true secret of giving advice is, after you have honestly given it, to be perfectly indifferent whether it is taken or not, and never persist in trying to set people right. God made man to go by motives, and he will not go without them, any more than a boat without steam or a balloon without gas. You cannot sift out the poor from the community. The poor are indispensable to the rich. No man is sane who does not know how to be insane on proper occasions. There is no faculty of the human soul so persistent and universal as that of hatred. We steal if we touch tomorrow. It is God's. A Christian is nothing but a sinful man who has put himself to school for Christ for the honest purpose of becoming better. Law represents the effort of man to organize society. Governments, the efforts of selfishness to overthrow liberty. The ignorant classes are the dangerous classes. Laughter is not a bad beginning for a friendship, and it is the best ending for one. Now comes the mystery. Success is full of promise till one gets it, and then it seems like a nest from which the bird has flown. God asks no man whether he will accept life. That is not the choice. You must take it. The only choice is how. All ambitions are lawful except those that climb upward on the miseries or credulities of mankind. No matter what looms ahead, if you can eat today, enjoy today, mix good cheer with friends today, enjoy it, and bless God for it. Good nature is worth more than knowledge, more than money, more than honor to the persons who possess it. I pray on the principle that wine knocks the cork out of a bottle. There is an inward fermentation, and there must be a vent. Of all escape mechanisms, death is the most efficient. Beware of him who hates the laugh of a child. There are 3 schoolmasters for everybody that will employ them: the senses, intelligent companions, and books. Books are not men, and yet they stale. A church debt is the devil's salary. If a man cannot be a Christian in the place where he is, he cannot be a Christian anywhere. To know that one has a secret is to know half the secret itself. The ability to convert ideas to things is the secret of outward success. The most dangerous people are the ignorant. Next to ingratitude, the most painful thing to bear is gratitude. The moment an ill can be patiently handled, it is disarmed of its poison, though not of its pain. Suffering is part of the divine idea. Riches are not an end of life, but an instrument of life. Theology is a science of mind applied to God. Mirth is the sweet wine of human life. It should be offered sparkling with zestful life unto God. You have come into a hard world. I know of only one easy place in it, and that is the grave. There are joys which long to be ours. God sends 10,000 truths, which come about us like birds seeking inlet. But we are shut up to them, and so they bring us nothing, but sit and sing a while upon the roof, and then fly away. Laugh at your friends, and if your friends are sore, so much the better, you may laugh the more. Well married a person has wings, poorly married shackles. Expedients are for the hour, but principles are for the ages. Children are unpredictable. You never know what inconsistency they are going to catch you in next.